Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Legacy of the Rimlen. We took a week break, but we're back, and, well, we do have some things to settle with some local bandits. But before we get into that, I would very much like to ask these lovely players to very briefly introduce themselves and their characters. I've rolled some dice in the background, and the dice have decided that DelyRaf should go ahead and introduce himself first. Could you please go ahead, Dely?
Yeah, of course. Hello, everyone. Of course, I'm Dely, and I am playing the character Muninn. They are a traveling scholar, and they're a seeker of knowledge and are a keeper of secrets. So, yeah.
Yeah. He's currently suffering from a stab wound, but I'm sure it's fine. It's only a flesh wound.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, Dely. Just a quick reminder, just in case there's like anyone new, because it's been 2 weeks, etc. Dely's character's artwork, aka Muninn's artwork, was done by Ashen. And speaking of which, Ashen, could you please introduce yourself and your character?
Oh, yes. I'm playing as Illona, my tall, dark-haired, exiled Tivian noblewoman, which we found out she was terrible at playing dice last episode. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you all did okay, I suppose. It wasn't the worst possible outcome, I guess. Thank you very much. And also, like with DelyRaf, Illona's artwork was also done by Ashen, and she did a great job on that as well. And next, we have Show&Tell. Could you please introduce yourself briefly and your character?
Sure. Hi, I'm Show&Tell. My character is Anghel, who's a mute peasant boy whose family was all killed, except for his sister who was kidnapped, and now he's after getting her back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which kind of seems to be either the main or the secondary plot at the moment. Just to like refresh everyone. And also, Anghel's artwork was done by Show&Tell, and she also did a wonderful job. He looks so very innocent. Well, last time, to remind everyone briefly, as I think I mentioned, you guys played some dice with the bandits. Basically, what happened was the bandits ambushed you, though you called their ambush, so they fought with you, I guess. And you guys reached sort of an impasse. Like, Muninn was one hit away from being not dead, but like knocked out in terms of game mechanics, but so was the bandit leader. And in this like Mexican standoff stalemate kind of situation, Illona pulled out a pair of dice and like shook them in front of the bandit leader, like, I don't know, she'd be baiting a kitten or something, and because of the game mechanics, the bandit leader had to accept. And you played dice to like settle the matter and like exchange information, and 3 out of 4 times the bandits beat you. Either 3 out of 4 or 2 out of 3, regardless. But on the last one, Anghel, with like the luck that only a newbie could have, beat the bandit in what's pretty much the most important round. Now, to sort of like sum up the result of the games, basically the bandits learned a whole bunch of information about you and like your companion NPCs. By the way, your core geographer ran off during the battle, and who knows if you'll ever get him back, I guess. And in exchange, you learn some. The thing you won was the bandits could offer you information about like whatever was happening on the road, but I don't think you asked them any questions about that. So you still have that prize to claim. But sort of outside the game, but also kind of part of it. The bandit leader, once she learned that you guys are kind of important people and you're definitely foreigners, asked you all for a favor. Basically, not unlike Anghel, her little brother was kidnapped, but unlike Anghel, she stooped to a much more violent solution, aka she kidnapped a bunch of caramel soldiers and a caramel merchant, and is holding them for ransom in exchange for the hostages. But I, the DM, informed you that that's probably a very bad decision and will probably only spark a military response from the caramel. But that's sort of like the place where we left off. It's like 2 to 3 a.m. at this point. You guys have had a very long day, and the bandits invited you to like go sleep at their camp pretty much, because safe haven and all of that. And the village you just passed would probably like chase you off as demons at this point. So that's sort of like the place where we are at. And as I turn on the background music, the scene is pretty much set. Now, the bandits are like rising up, like dusting themselves off. Those that were lying down. The bandit leader lady still has a broken jaw and is still like breathing from that. And as they like get ready, Jean would approach Muninn, I guess, because he's the only one who speaks his language, and he would ask, "What's going on now?"
I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think we're like heading off to nearest village, right? Am I wrong in saying that or not?
The bandit leader invited you to her camp, not to her village.
That's what. Yeah. Okay. In that case, yes. I'll Muninn would sort of explain that.
A bandit camp? Can't we go to a village or something? Did you tell them who I am? Above board, you did.
In that case, Muninn would explain, yes, we did explain it, but...
He looks horrified.
Yeah. But I don't think any nearby villages will sort of take us, I suppose, right?
He looks visibly panicked, but it's not like he has anywhere else to go.
It's, I suppose Muninn would sort of try and, like, calm his nerves and say, look, listen, we're 3 really capable like people, and the bandit leader's not exactly in a good position, like in a good predisposition to kick up a fuss or like start a fight or anything. So I mean, if anything happens,
but there could be more bandits. We could be captured, surrounded, sold into slavery.
Well, that's a good point. And I suppose like look, I guess I'd look to, like, the others, like, as in, like, Illona and Anghel.
I mean, we did make kind of an agreement with her, so I think.
Yes, but he doesn't know that.
Okay.
I mean, Muninn could tell. No?
Yeah. In that case, I suppose, Muninn would sort of say, like, again, like, sort of inform him of the agreement, like,
He, like, crosses his arms and like he looks more mollified, still not like calm, but at least he's not freaking out anymore. He looks to be willing to follow wherever you go, just not very happy about it.
Okay.
Yeah. Some of the bandits, the bandits would like light torches, and they would get ready to go. The younger bandit above board, I forgot to mention this to our viewers. You can see that there's another NPC on the left. That's the like shy, kind of superstitious bandit that won the first round against our players, because apparently he's relevant enough to warrant his own NPC right now. So he would like go to the leader and say, "What about our comrades? Shouldn't we bury them?" And she will like look at them and she'll like shrug and say, "Do you want to do work at 3 a.m.?" And she'll like say, but they're unmarried. We need to bury them and put a stake through their hearts. And she like rolls her eyes and says, "Don't believe in that superstitious crap. Come on, let's go." This young bandit looks very, very scared.
So brutal, we just killed everyone. Just leave them.
Anghel, how superstitious are you? I'm not talking like religious, I'm talking superstitious. Like touching wood, seeing black cats, all that stuff.
I'm thinking he's not very.
Okay.
I'm thinking him and his sister were a little bit, out of the ordinary that way.
Sure. Do you think you would know what he's talking about like them being unmarried and like burying them, etc., etc.?
I think he would, though. I think he would know.
Okay. There's like a myth that if you leave like a corpse of an unmarried man unburied, he will rise up and go kill his relatives for not burying him.
Ooh.
And if he's married or buried?
If he's unmarried and not buried.
Okay, so if he is married and not buried, that's fine?
Unmarried. Yeah, he is married and buried. Yeah, that's fine.
He's married but not buried.
That is fine.
Okay.
Superstitions are weird, but
Interesting.
superstitions are weird, but above board, this is like a real world superstition of like the people this area is inspired from.
Oh wow.
Very cool.
Like
Yeah, that's cool.
honestly, with all the like skeleton army, I think
Yeah, I was
Illona
thinking
would be
about
like,
that.
maybe we should actually.
Yeah. That's a fair point.
Can I help him
Yeah.
with that? Is that an option?
Maybe we can all help him
Yeah.
start digging.
I mean, he hasn't like started digging yet. He like proposed the idea. The band leader told him basically you're an idiot, and like marched on ahead without him. And he's like looking at his comrades unsure, and they like shrug and look ready to follow their leader.
Wait, so no one cares except for him?
I mean, they do care, but it is 3 a.m.
I think Illona would go to him and say like, yeah, we can.
He'll like
stick
be
behind.
startled. He'll like be startled when you approach.
We can stick behind and help you, and then you lead the way to the beds where we can finally sleep.
The bandit leader will turn around and say, "Hey, you're valuable to me. I'm not letting you behind. You're coming with me."
Yes, then you have to help us bury the people first.
Give me. What would this be? Clever, careful, forceful? I'm not sure. Like, are you phrasing this as kind of like an ultimatum? I'm trying to figure out what you would roll to like convince her.
I think I would say like sternly and kind of concerned. So I think either careful or clever.
Sure, yeah. Okay, sure. Then I'll oppose with her forceful, which is the same as your careful and clever. So please feel free to roll.
Damn.
Okay, you beat her apparently. And she mutters under her breath, for fuck's sake, and turns to one of the bandits and says, "Mishu, do you have any shovels?" And he looks around. She like fucking her shoulders droop and she says, "Go to Ziller and get some shovels. We'll wait for you here." And he like runs off in the direction of Ziller, which on the map you can see is to the west, not too far off.
Sorry, could I just quickly confirm? Does the body? Did you say the body needed to be?
If it's an unmarried man that is not properly buried,
But like,
go ahead.
sorry, not to interrupt, but like you mentioned that there needed to be a stake drove through its heart.
Yeah.
as well,
For their
or
heart, yeah.
Is that as well as buried?
Yes.
Okay.
That's superstitions for you.
So
Yeah,
we
yeah.
can make steaks, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't.
I was gonna say.
Do
doesn't
Dely and Illona do Dely and Illona sorry, do Muninn and Illona know what the superstition is?
Up to them,
Uh,
I don't think so, but it's up to them.
Yeah, I don't know really. I don't think Muninn would necessarily. But if there was
And maybe Anghel can show them to
Yeah,
make steaks.
yeah.
We can make just steaks or whatever. I mean, there are woods around, right?
right.
Yeah, let's do so.
Yeah, making stakes will not be hard. I won't even like require rolls from you. And like seeing that the other bandits seeing that, okay, we're staying to bury those people, they will also like contribute towards making stakes. So it'll be a fairly quick process.
Yeah, lovely.
Okay.
All the while, the bandit leader is just like sitting there with her arms crossed, like, I can't believe we're doing this. What the fuck is this? The like timid bandit would like come up to you at one point, Illona, and say, thank you for that. I wouldn't wish that, you know, that they would kill their families, you know.
I guess I do I know about that now with the killing of the families?
The bandits.
I mean, he just told you.
Yeah,
But it's like so out of nowhere. Like what? I tell him like I could see that it was important to him, so I just tried to help out.
He nods, and says, oh, well, you know, I try to take care not to like to upset the mother of the forest, not to properly bury my friends. You know, I'm a faithful man.
Yeah.
What's your star sign?
Gosh,
Above board, yeah, those did exist.
Okay. I don't know her star sign. I didn't think about that.
I mean, it can also be in character that Illona doesn't necessarily know.
Yeah, I
it
guess
is a superstition.
he has no clue.
Oh, well, I'm a Gemini, so you know, and the bandit leader will say, "Quit boring our employees." And he like shut up and look down and slowly walk away from you.
Like when he speaks, I like imagine him to like stand on one leg, like kick the ground a bit, like look down.
Definitely.
He's so cute.
Yeah. Let's take care of this precious thing.
Okay. Eventually, after like 30 minutes, the bandit that ran off would come back with some shovels. Do let me know if you'd like be doing anything in the meanwhile, or like talking to anyone, or among yourselves. You have the time.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I suppose. Could I ask? I'm wondering whether or not. I suppose Muninn would ask the shy bandit, the one that's like.
He would also startle when you approach him, but not as much as he did with Illona.
Okay. I think like I'm wondering whether or not like he has experienced this sort of thing before. Like, have you like, or is it just something that you've heard before, like to the bandit?
You mean robbing people, or what are you referring to?
I mean, not burying an unmarried man. Like, have you seen that? Like, have you seen them come back before, or have you heard about that before?
Oh,
Like first.
No, never though. My cousin's friend's brother's wife. I heard a tale from her at one point that her uncle's cousin's brother rose up from the grave when that happened. So
Okay.
I'd very much rather be safe.
Okay. I see.
Have you he looks like very genuine with this question. Have you ever experienced this?
I suppose Muninn would like, because Muninn isn't very superstitious. He'd like try and hide like a smirk or whatever. But he'd reply like, "Oh no, I've been quite fortunate to not have to experience this sort of thing before. But we'll honor your wishes, I suppose.
Oh, good. Well, it's not my wishes. It's Mishu was a good friend. I wouldn't want him to murder his family, or George, or any of them, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have family?
Yeah. Sort of. Obviously, Muninn would like sort of be like uncomfortably like his body language would be a little bit uncomfortable. But he'd sort of say like, yes, like, I have family back in Brightland. But of course, being on the roads, I don't get to talk to them very much.
Brightland. Is that farther than St. Paris? Above board, much farther.
In that case, yeah, like Muninn would sort of nod his head and say much farther.
Oh, is it up to the Dwarf's Fort? Much farther than that.
Yeah.
He's saying like places in his country at this point.
Okay. Oh yeah, I can see Dwarf's Fort on the map actually. I'd said like, I suppose Muninn would say like, imagine the distance between us and Dwarf's Fort, and like,
Nods.
and this is roughly guessing, by the way, above board. Imagine walking to Dwarf's Fort from here, and doing that 5 times, maybe 10 times. I don't know, something like that.
His eyes like will go incredibly wide, and he'll say, "How is that possible? How are you a pilgrim? How have you come this far?"
I'm, Muninn would say I'm just a traveler, but I mean, it pays, horse and cart and stuff. Like, it's really spares the legs the trouble, like. And
Nods.
I've traveled on ship like from time to time.
What's a ship?
Well, the ship is so obviously like a ship is like a wooden cart that goes on the water and has cloth, like strapped to these wooden poles that are carried by the wind and travel like over the seas. Like,
It flies?
no, it doesn't fly. It just travels on the sea.
It's
Like,
it swims? I don't.
it basically swims, yeah.
That
It would be hilarious if like Anghel could make like a little wooden statue of that, since he's a good carving. Just make him a little ship.
Oh, yeah, okay, I can do
Yeah.
Like a fine
compel
camel.
you.
you can if
Okay.
you want.
I mean, I don't need a compel. I can do that. I'm sure Anghel will be happy to do that.
Sure. I will say by the time the bandit with the shovels comes back, you would be finished, Anghel.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Meanwhile, would you continue to explain the intricacies of what a ship is to this gentleman?
Yeah, of course.
This is so sweet.
Yeah.
He looks genuinely fascinated all the while, but also asks you very dumb and obvious questions at times, like what do you need a cloth for? I don't understand. What's all that for? Etc.
Yeah.
etc. Why do you need to travel on water? Can't you travel on land? Blah blah blah.
Yeah, of course. Oh, bless him. That's cute. Yeah. All the while, I think Muninn would find this quite, I guess, trivial, because who doesn't know what a boat is? From Muninn's perspective, but obviously, not everyone has traveled by sea.
After he has exhausted all his questions, which will take a while, I don't know if Muninn will lose patience first. But he looks like like you'd see an enlightened person, something like that. And he
Oh.
and he like nods and says, that sounds incredible. Your land must be incredible, filled with all these ships.
Yeah. Yeah, Muninn would nod and be like, well, it is something. You know, it's a big place.
He'll like lower his voice to a whisper and say, do you think the lady over there, indicating Illona, knows what a ship is?
That's a good question, actually. I suppose Muninn would ask, like, sort of like nudge Illona and be like, "Hey, like...
when you like nudge Illona, he like shakes you off. No, don't talk to her."
My oh no.
It's up to Illona if she notices that or not.
Yeah.
Sure, I noticed that. I know what a ship is too.
Okay. Sorry. Of course you do. And he like turns 180 degrees and walks off. Okay.
Above board, should we like ask him about the orb and stuff? Because he might have some like superstition knowledge. Like not when the bandit leader is there, but just like in general, if we catch him alone.
Yeah, we could do. That doesn't sound like a bad idea. He doesn't seem likely to. Yeah, he seems quite innocent. It wouldn't be likely for him to. It wouldn't be likely for him to like take it or anything like that.
Yeah, and he kind of owes us a favor after like us burying the people.
Above board, I also mentioned this in previous sessions. Of course, you can ask other NPCs about the orb. You can like poke for information on your own, like books, etc. if you find any. But you are also able to like. You also have the ability to like experiment with it, for lack of a better term, and like see, oh, what does this do? What does that do? Etc. etc.
Okay.
If you want, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does it look like just a round? Sorry, does it look like a round something, or does it have?
It looks, like a round something. It looks as if it's made, and it looks and feels as if it's made of glass, but it's heavy and it's not transparent. It's like glowing blue. You can like sort of see it's miniaturized right now, but it's below Illona's thing in our game.
Yeah. Okay, so that's how it looks. Okay.
One thing I mentioned that Muninn discovered in like session 2 or 3, I don't remember exactly, that like the orb was in like sort of an off position, like the illumination looked like it was dim, like it had no illumination when you first discovered it. When you touched it in the underground complex, it glowed very, very bright. And now it has like a very like soft glow, and I told Muninn that, based on his role, that it sort of looks like it's like kind of on standby, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, okay.
Again, using terms that like we players would know, not that your characters would know.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so I'm like wondering in terms of like experiments, what we can try with it, like.
I suppose like a good question would be like, would it react differently to different materials? Maybe. So if you got it near, obviously living like flesh and stuff like that. Like, I mean, you can touch the orb, so it doesn't react to like people, I suppose, necessarily anyway. But like, would it react to like? Would it react to a dead body, maybe? There is like I guess, a test subject nearby that's just about to be buried.
I don't know if we should do it right now with like the bandit leader there. I would.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Did it start glowing when, like, Anghel or Illona were near it or something? Was that what happened?
When you first touched it in the like underground complex, but after that, it didn't like its glow didn't change according to who held it.
Well, okay.
Okay.
Just like the undead leader person's reactions to you guys were different. Like she could talk to Illona and Anghel, but she considered Muninn like a lowly barbarian.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I guess we can like think of stuff to do meanwhile, and if we are
Yeah.
safe at some point, or like next day maybe, try to put it in like water or to a dead body. Who knows?
We can, if you want, fast forward until like the guy gets the shovels and then you bury the bodies and then you get going, if you'd like.
Sounds good by me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that works.
Sure. The bandit would eventually return with the shovels. He's apparently been running all the while and looks very exhausted. So he will not like be helping bury the bodies with you. Yeah, you dig. Do you like dig shallow graves or do you like make an effort? Reminding you guys that it's 3 a.m.
I'm kind of scared of the consequences, but
mm,
that's like
Okay.
a question. Do we make an effort to like, I don't know.
I suppose with everyone helping, it probably wouldn't take that long to dig what's the opposite of shallow? Deep grave.
Sure.
Yeah.
It is like 5 other bandits minus the guy that would be taking a break. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
So after like 30 more minutes, you would like finish digging the graves. All the while, the like shy bandit, who has a name but you don't know it yet, so that's why I'm referring to him as such. He like whenever like a grave would be finished and the person would be buried and all that, he would like stop and he would like mumble a prayer that if any of you were paying attention, you would recognize that some of the words were like part of the funeral rites in like this part of the world, but he's bumbling them very badly. But he's trying his best. And eventually you would finish, unless again you want something else to happen or any other interactions. Up entirely to you.
I was
Go
I was
first.
thinking. Oh, okay. I was thinking like, if he's like struggling to do the funeral rites, like maybe Muninn would know them and sort of like not in like a patronizing way, but like in a sort of like educational way, I guess. Like be like, oh hey, this is what you actually have to say, like if you know what I mean.
Can you give me a clever roll, difficulty 2?
There it is.
Okay. Surprisingly enough, you do know them. Again, like, the people in this region of the world don't belong to, like, the same exact church that you do. So it's kind of a surprise that you know. That's why I asked you to roll.
Okay.
But yeah, as a well-learned individual, you would be familiar enough and you'd, like, see this guy bumbling the prayers and you'd be like, subtly taking over, and you would see that he'd be following your cue, and if you ever would like glance at him, you would see that he'd be like looking at you with gratitude.
Oh, lovely.
Anything else? Do let me know.
I would just like to go to Jean and like look at his finger, and just like giving some encouragement. Like, I'm sorry that you lost your finger, but it looks badass.
I don't want to. Well, actually, you don't speak his language. Actually,
Oh yeah, that's true. Crap.
I think she can like point up, thumb up, or something. That's what I had in mind.
give me a flashy difficulty 2 to see if you convey the message properly.
Oh
Okay.
yes.
If above board, if you had failed, he would have thought that you were making fun of him.
I'm so happy I succeeded.
Very risky.
He deflates a little. He was definitely very tense. He didn't help with the burials above board. He was just looking terrified at everything happening. And he mumbles something in his native language that you don't understand, but he sounds defeated.
Oh.
But he doesn't say anything else or interact with anyone else. But he will stick close to your group.
Lovely.
Okay. Anghel, again, you would have finished by this point the little carving of a boat. You probably have never seen one, but I imagine your sister would have described them at one point.
Okay, cool. I was wondering, if he knows what it looks like. But okay.
Someone that's important to your sister would know, and he almost certainly would have told your sister, and she probably would have told you.
Cool.
You have finished your carving. Do you offer it up to the young gentleman?
Yep.
He also startles a little bit when you approach him, not as much as with Muninn or Illona, and he looks at you and says, yes?
I hand him the carving.
Oh,
Try to smile.
this is a box with a stick in it. You made a beautiful carving, but he's never seen a boat.
Yeah, I'm trying to think how we can
It's very pretty. Thank you. I've never had someone I've tried to rob give me something before.
So happy. This is such a bonding moment.
I was wondering maybe if there was a little pond or puddle or something. Maybe.
Is there?
I mean?
I mean, there. Oh,
It did rain the morning before, so I imagine there might be.
No.
okay, cool. So we can find a puddle.
No need to roll, sure. You find a puddle.
No need to roll. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You find a puddle, yeah.
And I kind of float it
Okay.
and kind of move it from side to side, kind of, I guess.
Let me roll his clever to see if he realizes what you're doing.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, he definitely gets it.
Yeah.
Oh, ship. Thank you. Have you traveled far, like your companion?
Anghel shakes his head.
Oh, may I ask what's your name?
Oh man. Thinking he can make wings, but I can imagine that would look like a chicken. So I don't know.
If you want to try that, you can give me a flashy roll, and on a critical, he'll get it.
Okay, let's do that. That's going to be bad.
Okay.
Oh no.
You're a falcon. Your name's Falcon.
Falcon is it's better than a chicken. Anghel shakes his head no. Maybe he can try to kind of symbolize a circle above his head, kind of.
Give me another flashy difficulty 2 this time. You are a predatory falcon circling above the prey.
I guess Anghel just shrugs and is like, whatever, I don't know.
No.
He gives up.
My name's Miku. Above board, that means the little one.
Oh.
Sweet.
He extends a hand towards you timidly.
Okay, Anghel definitely shakes his hand. I'm thinking he could like carve an angel. I don't know though if it's worth the effort.
Sure. It may be worth the effort, not just for this guy, but also in the future.
Yeah, for like his companions. I was thinking about that too. So I guess he could. Like maybe on the way, or something.
Sure. I would allow that. Like while you're traveling, that we can say that in the background, Anghel, he can also do other stuff, but he would also be like working on the carving.
Okay, cool. Yay.
Sure. At this point, the bandit leader lady would say, "Are you all finally done already?"
Yep. Really done.
Good. Then let's get going already. She like march off forcefully, and like the bandits would like struggle to go to catch up with her. Miku would like stay behind to like partly to make sure that you guys are also going, but partly because hey, I made some friends.
Maybe we can adopt him.
Yeah.
Can we like go as a group? The three of
Yeah.
us, Jean and Miku, friends forever.
Sure.
I guess.
Sure. All the while, Jean is like giving Miku the stink eye, like, who the hell is this?
Don't be jealous, John.
He doesn't look jealous, he looks concerned.
I'm kidding.
Sure thing. Let me change the map, because you are going to the north. That's where the bandit leader shall be taking you. So give me a moment. Feel free to like talk among yourselves, either in character or out of character, while I find the map.
Yay.
We're playing it really risky. Like, for sure, we like broke this lady's jaw and know her brother, but like,
Yeah.
go
Yeah,
to
totally.
camp now.
Yeah. In any other situations, I don't think, or if this is under any other context or scenario or whatever, I don't think I'd agree to this.
Yeah.
Whatever. But
For sure, yeah.
we have Miku at least. Like, let's back us up.
Yeah.
Just for like reference's sake, you spell his name Micu. Just for reference's sake.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Yeah. Here is the map. The bandit leader lady would be taking you towards like this place on the map where I'm painting right now. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Okay. So she'd be walking in that direction. All the while you'd see like how much attention are you paying to Miku actually?
All of the attention.
Yes.
Okay. He looks like he's taking absurd amount of care to like not step on flowers, not step on roots, not step on like stuff that's alive, except grass, which obviously you can't help.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, bless him.
Probably not for the reasons you think. Okay. At one point, Illona, the bandit leader lady, would actually like drop back and like walk to you as if she intends to speak to you. The other bandits would like continue on your way, and like the group in general moves on their way as well.
Mhm.
Do you like quote unquote allow this?
Yeah.
She like tries to put her arm around your shoulder. Feel free to like let that happen or not. And she says, "I think we got off on the wrong foot, you and I. So, my name's Afina. What about you?"
Illona, you really fucked us up over there. Not cool.
Well, I could fuck you up in another way if you'd like.
Oh,
This
shit.
is so straightforward. What the fuck?
For no reason whatsoever, I'm going to roll a sneaky. Don't mind me.
Can I post roll a careful? Because I don't want her to take my money.
Feel free to.
Nah.
Okay. So yeah, you don't notice what she's doing unless like another player like takes interest in this interaction.
Please.
She gives you a wink and says, "Come on over onto my tent when we get hit there and it gets all settled in. What did you say?"
Like she obviously took something, man. What'd I do?
I could try to maybe notice.
Sure. Give me a careful.
Yeah, never mind that.
So like Illona can't know about this. She doesn't. She's oblivious.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh shit, you have the orb. Okay, let's hope that's not it.
Let's hope so indeed.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Is it too late for me to try, or
It's
should
not.
I?
It's not.
Okay. I'm gonna. Okay. Careful.
Not quite.
Okay.
Though above board, everyone does have fate points if they wish to spend them. Up to you.
Okay. What was the target again? It was 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah,
she
okay.
got.
If you don't want to spend fate points, I can like see her in her tent later, and not fuck her up. Look for the stuff instead.
So are we not spending fate points? Did you say?
I just said if you don't wanna, you
If I don't want to, okay.
yeah, feel free to do if you wanna.
Okay. I don't know. What does everyone else think? I mean, I'd only have to spend 1, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm closest or whatever.
Yeah.
Ashen, I sent you a DM.
Oh.
In that case, I think I'm really not sure. I think I want to spend a fate point if that's cool. And if I would be invoking again Munin's Shower and Gunines because that's probably what would be most appropriate.
Sure. I will accept that. So you increase your roll to a 5. You definitely see her like reach with her hand into Illona's pocket, which could be like a flirtatious thing, but it could also be, and probably more likely is, like a nefarious thing.
Okay. So I could either ignore this or point out and be like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Sure.
What does everyone else think? Should we wait until later, or do you think? I feel like it's probably most likely that she might have taken the orb, but I don't know how she would have done that.
I did say pocket, not like bag, and the orb
pocket,
would not fit in a pocket.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Good point.
Oh, okay. So it's definitely not the orb. Okay.
Okay. In that case, I don't want to start a fight. It might be okay if I don't take any notice, but like, obviously, Munin's gonna make a mental note of it, like, because it could be something that is brought up later. Obviously, in fact, it definitely will be. unless you guys think that Muninn should bring it up.
I think it's fine.
It's fine. Okay.
Sure. Okay. After like a couple of seconds, she would like sort of separate from you, Illona, and she would flash you the dice you took from her earlier. And she would tell you, "As you can see, I'm good with my hands."
Oh, okay.
Oh wow. How do you do that?
She shrugs and gives you a wink and goes on ahead.
Okay, cool. I'm glad I didn't bring it up.
Is anyone paying attention to your other companions at this point?
I I think Illona would feel so defeated from not having noticed that. She would her trust would be so lowered. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, man.
When I say other companions, I also mean NPCs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, John and the other bandits.
Yeah, including Miku if you care about him.
I think, I wonder if Anghel is. I mean, he's carving this angel thing. I don't know.
Up to you. I'll mention that it's not like anything important. Well, I guess it depends on how you define important, but it will not kill you if you don't pay attention to these guys. Let's say that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, go on.
You go ahead if you'd like.
No, I wasn't gonna say anything in particular. I was just gonna be like, oh yeah, no, Wynn's probably not gonna pay too much attention, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Sure thing. Yeah. Eventually, you would continue on towards the camp, through the forest. You would cross the road as well. Can I get careful rolls from all of you?
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Anghel, you feel like you're being watched.
Oh no. Do I know where it's from, or just in general?
Just in general, not with that roll.
Okay, so I guess he kind of stops and looks around. Maybe tries to stop Muninn too, so he would. I don't know.
Meek would also notice you stop and you say, what's wrong?
Anghel can point out his eyes and be like, I don't know. Kind of narrow his eyes and be like, and do the thing with it. Does that gesture, did it exist? When you kind of point your eyes point your fingers at your eyes?
For simplicity's sake, sure.
I think I know what you mean. The two finger, two eyes.
Yeah.
You're watching someone? Says Miku.
Did Muninn get it, maybe?
I don't know if Muninn would. Yeah.
Anghel kind of looks around like he's looking for something.
Okay.
I think Illona would notice that as well.
You lost something?
And keep doing that gesture thing.
You saw something.
This is terrible.
Did you see a squirrel? They're quite tasty.
Okay.
I think he's saying he's sensing someone's watching us.
Yay! Go Illona!
Miku suddenly looks terrified. And he begins mumbling prayers to himself.
Could Muninn look around to see if there's anything glaringly obvious?
Mm-hmm.
Illona as well.
I will allow another careful roll from any of you, from all of you if you'd like.
Okay.
I will say, I should have mentioned this before, and I'm sorry about that, but it was difficulty 6.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's
With
fine.
a 4, you do get the same feeling that, you're being watched, but you're not sure about more details.
Can I do another roll?
You can also try, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. They're good at hiding.
Very good.
In that case, I guess we keep going and just watch our backs? Or...
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Sure thing. Okay. you would continue with the other bandits. Again, unless you want to have like any interactions on the road, then feel free to let me know. In the distance, you would hear the howl of wolves, but the bandits don't seem like deterred by that. They seem very confident. Only Miku, because you've scared the living crap out of him, looks terrified of absolutely everything right now.
Can I ask him if it's like, do you often wolves here? Is it a problem or?
No, but if someone was watching us, it could be the mother of the forest.
Mother of the forest.
Be careful where you step, and don't light any fires when we get there. Please. I can't convince the other bandits, but please take care.
I try to calm him and oh yeah, I'll try my best.
He nods frantically, and I'm going to roll to see if he has the courage to say something. Okay, he apparently gets a lot of fucking courage and says, I may not look it, but if anything happens, I'll protect you.
Oh,
This is so sweet. I think just Illona smiles very appreciatingly, in a very, how do I explain this? You can see that he's trying his best. Yeah, thank you.
Sure. I'll mention he hasn't made the same offer to Anghel or Muninn.
God damn.
Okay. Yeah. Nothing else would happen in terms of NPCs or something confronting you on your way to camp. Just do let me know if you do or say anything. Otherwise, you would have arrived. Up to you.
When I arrive.
Sure.
yeah.
Sure. Eventually, you make your way to some nearby hills where I've put the bandit token on the map. You would make a walk up the hills, which would probably be all the more tiring considering at this point it's 5 a.m. and the sun would be rising at this point because it's August.
Oh no.
Yeah, you've definitely messed up your sleep schedules. What can I say? Not that that's your biggest problem. But yeah, you would arrive at the bandit camp. The bandits would be dousing the fires they've lit overnight, and you would see that there's actually give me feel free all of you to give me careful rolls to see if you can count how many other bandits you see.
Wow, I get really bad rolls today again.
Illona is in a world of her own. Muninn, you determined that there are 27 other bandits.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
That's a lot.
With that roll.
Okay. I don't think I I suppose Muninn would be letting Anghel and Illona know, but trying not to scare Miku. Oh, actually, no. Miku's from. No, sorry. Beg your pardon. Miku's from these bandits, right, or whatever. So of course
you do have another NPC with you.
Yeah.
And you're leaving him in the dark, sure.
John.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's better that he doesn't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's been keeping to himself all the while. He will stick close to the group. He will definitely refuse to be first or last in the group. He'll stick to the middle and specifically try to stick to you guys throughout this entire journey. But he will not open any conversation.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah. And as you would reach the camp, an NPC would come to greet your party once I put them on screen. This lady, yeah, she would walk up to Afina, aka the bandit leader lady, because she told you her name, and she would Well, actually, how much attention would you be paying to their conversation? Because they wouldn't be like yelling.
I think a lot, because we're kind of in a
Yeah.
bad spot to be.
Sure.
Yeah.
Give me careful's difficulty 2. They're not like yelling, but they're not trying to be sneaky either.
Okay, you got it.
Feel free to also roll Muninn, because Anghel can't really convey what he's hearing.
Yeah, I suppose so. Ah.
Anghel, you hear the woman who came from the camp say, Afin, who are these people? And Afin, I would say, Murat, stay calm. They can help us with... Are you serious? Who are these people? And the leader will say, I'll tell you. And then she will like yell out to the entire camp, everyone, we've got guests, but not that kind of guests. Make sure they're well treated. And we'll talk at noon. And she would like wander off on her own with this other lady. But as she goes, she will like make a kissy face at Illona.
I knew it.
I mean, she did make you Illona an offer, I guess. Yeah, another like random bandit will come up and say, well, where's Mishu, where's George? And Miku, the guy who's with you, will say, they're no longer with us. And the other bandit would say, well, I guess you can have their beds then. Come on.
Oh, damn.
That's sort of convenient, though.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Sure. Do let me know. They would at this the bandits will at this point lead you to like their beds, which are like in the shade of some trees in these hills. Do let me know if like you'd be going straight to bed, if you'd be like investigating their camp, if you'd like try to talk to anyone, if Illona would answer the invitation she received or not, I guess. Up to you.
Hell no, I'm dodging the shit out of that one.
Probably for the better.
I think I'd go straight to bed-ish, but like sleep on my bag as a pillow with the orb in it and like keep it very close.
Sure.
Like we're trusting that we're okay here.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I guess like I guess we'll sort of find out, I suppose.
I mean, I'm wondering if like we should keep watch or something, but I don't know if we should like.
There are above board like bandits keeping watch overall. Like nobody's like always asleep, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, and we're trusting the bandits, I guess. Okay. I mean, I'm sure that we're all like super tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Muninn would probably go straight to bed as well.
Yeah, I guess that's it.
Sure thing. You go to bed. Jean would try to pick a spot like in between all of you at this point. Miku would go to his own bed, which is a bit farther off. And yeah, some bandits would be keeping watch. The sun would be coming up, and you would indeed, well, go to bed. And eventually, I get I was about to ask about like sleeping habits or something, but basically TLDR, whenever you guys decide to wake up, you will wake up like unharmed, let's say.
Okay.
Okay. Thank God.
Alright, cool.
But I should mention, before all that, while I change the background music, Ilona, sort of coincidentally, you've received a lot of attention this session, and you will receive some more because you will have a certain dream.
Okay.
Okay. I should ask you awaken and open your eyes and see like yourself in your homeland. Let's say, do you have like someone who's like who was like a childhood rival or anything like that?
Yeah, I think so. I think she had like a lot of people who didn't like her generally.
Sure. You would get this like quick flash of image of you like standing sort of like victorious in like children's fight or something like that against them, or if that wasn't necessarily your thing. In any case, you've like beaten them at their own game. If you were like, I don't know, philosopher children, I guess you would have beaten them in a philosopher debate. This is entirely like up to you and your backstory and how you feel your character would have grown up. But you would also get another flash of a knife rising up and going down, blood splatters. You don't know from what. You'd hear someone uttering a prayer in your native language, calling upon the aid of Acacius. And in return, you would see the rays of the sun coming down from the sky and bringing sort of like the general idea of good fortune to everyone. Like everyone seems much happier as the rays of the sun come down, including you as you stand victorious on top of your childhood bullies, let's say, or rivals. And a soft voice in your mind would say, "What do you desire, child?"
We should answer that.
Yes.
I think she'd say power.
Of course, power. But power is an intangible thing, child. And to get power, you need to walk the steps to it. Do you desire a kingdom? Do you desire to be behind the throne? What is your wish?
That's like exactly her wish, yeah. To rule everything, but like she settles with the kingdom.
A kingdom can be acquired in many ways, child. Through force, through persuasion. I prefer, back in my day, to impress the people into giving me said kingdom. Do you also share this affinity?
She's willing to learn. Like she doesn't have like a set strategy, but like yeah.
You don't like necessarily need to say that, but you like convey the message that yeah, that sounds neat, I guess.
Yeah.
You get once more the image of in your mind of a hand holding a knife and plunging down and blood splattering. And you hear and you return to this like landscape of the sun beaming down on you as you stand victorious, and it says, "Everything comes at a price, an equal exchange. Pay the price, and I can help you."
Wow. What's the price?
Well, I'm honestly partial to wolves and hawks, honestly. But if you can find something more inventive, like those Rimlen in the underground fortress thought of, maybe we can come to an arrangement.
Wait, so he basically wants the orb or what?
What'd you ask?
Did he want the orb? I didn't really understand.
Dear child, you're speaking to the orb.
What? Wow.
Like it wants a sacrifice. That's what I wanted.
So like,
Too bad Angel's not in your dream.
Yeah.
but like he wants wolves or hawks. He said.
That's his preference.
Okay. Noted.
Remember, child, everything has an equivalent cost. Those Rimlen exchange their lives to be reborn again later. So must you, if you wish to call upon my aid.
Right, this is such a dumb question. He wants me to die to be reborn later. What?
You will hear like a mental chuckle, and it will say rather, not necessarily child. Just remember, equivalent exchange. Something in exchange for another. Give me something. Sacrifice something to the almighty Acacius, and I will hear your prayer.
I don't know what I have really. I have a bunch of coins, and I could go kill some wolves later.
Equivalent exchange, child. Keep that in mind always.
Okay.
And worship in my name, and I may offer you some boons if you are faithful.
Thank you.
And at this point, your dream would more or less end with the lasting image of the sun's rays beaming down on you as you stand victorious.
Damn. I didn't expect this.
Above board, if any other person would have held the orb, yeah, they would have had a similar-ish dream.
Yeah, even Muninn?
Even Muninn has desires, what can I say?
No. I was just like, I got the feeling that, so the orb and Acacius or whatever have nothing to do with the, what do we call them? The people from here before.
The
The
Rimlen.
Rimlen people? The Rimlen people? Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay.
I think I know what you mean, because I was kind of thinking this too. I was thinking like, because the Rimlen people don't like Muninn, but I suppose the orb is impartial.
Yeah, it's just a coincidence that the Rimlen people are like, were connected, I guess.
Hmm.
That they had it, let's say.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, you
Yeah.
feel free to think that.
Hey.
But yeah, you all would eventually wake up, I don't know, 8 hours from like 5 to 6 a.m. That's afternoonish. So yeah, if you would get like a full night's sleep, a full sleep, again up to you. I'm not forcing you in any way. You would wake up in the afternoon, fairly well rested, though with a very messed up sleep schedule.
Mhm.
That's good.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Illona,
awesome.
and Illona, you would vividly remember that dream.
Okay.
The first thing you would see would be like Miku holding some roast squirrels over the fire.
I'd say
Um,
let's eat. That sounds awesome.
He doesn't step on flowers, but he kills squirrels. Interesting.
Superstitions are weird, what can I say?
Would there be
Go ahead.
I was gonna say it sounds silly. Would there be any like herbs or anything anywhere, or is it literally just like flowers and grass and stuff?
Give me a careful check, difficulty 2, let's say.
Okay. Ooh,
Sure.
Cool.
You do find herbs, but though, what specifically are you looking for?
Like cooking herbs, basically. Like
In that case, you'd probably find like some fruits. By the way, speaking of fruits, I forgot to mention this because you now know the bandit leader lady's name. Her name means blueberry.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's sweet.
And the woman she was talking to, because you also know her name means blackberry.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay. You would be able to find like these sorts of fruits, Muninn, because of your role.
okay. In that case, Moon would probably collect them, and possibly, assuming that they're edible berries, right? Like Moon would probably collect them and then like offer them to Miku, and if there were like any sort of, I suppose I was gonna say if there are any sort of like pans or pots or anything that they have, but if they're berries, then I guess you
Yeah,
don't
they're
really
berries. They're berries, not like
yeah, so you
cookable.
don't really just cook them.
Miku would like raise a hand, like to politely refuse and say, "No, I'd rather not upset the mother of the forest."
Oh, damn, yeah, I suppose that's true. Okay. In that case, again, like assuming that they're edible, I'd like offer them to everyone else, like Illona and Anghel.
Cool.
I'll gladly take some.
Yeah.
Illona, Miku would definitely offer you some roast squirrel as well.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And after you take it, he'll like say, "Oh, all right," and he'll also offer them to Anghel and Muninn.
How nice of him.
And transparent, I guess.
Very.
Okay.
So I think Anghel doesn't get it though.
Up to him. Yeah. You would presumably eat. Eventually, the bandit leader lady would come up to you along with her companion, like Blueberry and Blackberry. They would come up to you. I'm just calling them that for simplicity's sake. And the leader lady would say, "So, you're heading north, right? Are you going to pass through the city of By the Sands, or are you bypassing it?"
Oh, she can give us like maybe tips. Like, does she know the north well, or at least in the vicinity?
Feel free to ask, I guess. Oh, by the way, Anghel, you have finished. I will say you have finished your angel carving.
Yeah.
Aw.
He holds it up triumphantly.
What's that? Says the bandit leader lady.
Oh my god, this is so ridiculous. He points at himself. Very excitedly.
You're not an angel, kid.
Oh man.
I suppose Moon would be like, I think that's his name. Is that
Yes!
and he'd be like Angel, Anghel, like stuff like that.
Yeah, Anghel nods.
All right. In that case, yeah.
Miku will say, "Oh, that's why you are circling above your head." Oh, right.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm so happy.
Yeah, we finally know your name. I'd say like that's a really cool name. Suits you.
Thank you. Okay.
This is a major milestone in the story.
Yeah.
You know?
Can all of you roll careful rolls difficulty 2 to see if you notice something?
Oh, finally.
Oh, good going.
Oh, nice.
All of you hear very off-key singing coming from another part of the camp.
Ooh.
Can I ask
Okay.
about it? Like, what's that noise?
One of the prisoners fancies themselves a musician,
Oh,
says the bandit
Yep.
leader lady.
can we see your prisoners? Like, I mean, it would ask.
Why?
I'm just curious. I don't have any intentions of. Muninn would say, "Oh, I don't have any intentions of freeing them. Don't worry." Although that might be a lie. So should I write? Well, not a lie, but like, what's the word for it? It's not. It's not like a lie, but it's not exactly the truth either.
Right. I don't think you need to roll, but like she'll take your word with a grain of salt.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
Let's say. Miko would say, they're good people. I think they can see them, boss. And she would say, and I think you're a very gullible idiot. And he'll like look down embarrassed. But she will say, well, I guess it might help convince the prince. So come along. And her companion would say, what are you doing? You can't trust these people. And she'll say, I make the decisions around here, not you. You three, come along. Actually, you four, come along, because you also have Jean with you. Do you come along, as she asks?
Yeah, that's still
I
being
guess-
like a roast squirrel while going there. But yeah.
Yeah.
If you pay attention to him, Miko looks very happy that you're snacking on the squirrel he caught. Okay, let me put them on screen. She will take you to the other part of the camp. Also lying. It's not like a fortified camp. It's basically, just a bunch of campfires. Most of them extinguished under the shading of trees. Not much else. Not even tents. And at that specific point in the camp, you will see 4 of these gentlemen, which are caramel soldiers, as she said there are. You will also see this gentleman, who looks like a captain in the caramel army. Again, nothing like too unexpected. And you will also see this gentleman. That Anghel, he is the one who is singing above board.
Okay.
Okay.
Again, very off-key singing, I should mention.
Okay. Wow.
The bandit leader lady like stops you before you approach too close, and she like, turns and says, "See, 4 soldiers, a captain, and a merchant, as I mentioned."
Okay.
No, as soon as Anghel sees him, he like stops dead in his tracks.
I'm going to roll to see if she notices that. I will say she doesn't. You're very much beneath her attention.
Okay.
Could Muninn notice that Anghel? Because I mean, I don't know if I've missed something. Like, it's not obvious as to why Anghel is like nervous or whatever, right?
Oh, just above board, it's a character from Anghel's backstory that only Show&Tell and I know, so that's why you
Right.
don't know him.
Okay, right. Okay, cool. I'm glad I for a minute I was like, wait, hang on a minute. I thought that was I thought that was the case though.
Okay.
Could Muninn sort of ask Anghel or well, I don't know if the answer is going to be very clear, but could sort of Muninn sort of whisper say what's wrong, because or could I roll to see if Muninn even notices to begin with, actually? Or do it?
I don't think you need to roll. You can say you notice. You can also say you don't notice. I would rather leave these things to the player characters themselves, honestly.
Okay. So yeah, I guess Muninn would ask Anghel like, is everything all right?
Anghel would be looking like, oh my man, he has like mixed feelings here. He'd be kind of. I guess he's trying not to make eye contact. Are we very close to them at this point?
Not very. I'd say you're about like 20 meters away, let's say. Which is about 60 feet for the Americans who are watching.
I have no idea what this means. Okay.
20 meters, 20 meters.
No, yeah, that. I mean, okay. So, like, okay. So I guess he could, if he looked, he would see me. He would see Anghel.
He's the like person you're talking about seems to be like very much lost in his musical interpretation.
Oh my god, I like you. Okay.
It sounds awful.
Okay, so Anghel is very torn between, moving forward or not. And when Muninn asks him, he's just, I don't know what he will do. I guess he just kind of gestures at the man, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
The bandit leader lady would see you gesture and say, "Yes, prisoners. Right. I told you."
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I suppose Muninn wouldn't do anything, but kind of like assume that Anghel knows or knows of the person that like he's pointing to.
Yeah. God, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh shit. So are we like approaching them?
The bandit leader like stopped you before you could get too close. Basically, her point was like, "Look, I do have prisoners. I'm not lying here." That's her point.
Okay. I get it.
I want to ask you, like, do you wake up to this every morning? This song?
Well, we can't exactly kill him. Then what would be the point of taking him prisoner? We've tried not feeding him. That just seems to make him go on even more. He keeps yelling about a willow or something or other. I wish he'd just shut the hell up already.
I guess Moon would be like, he keeps yelling about a willow?
A willow, or whatever.
Interesting. Oh.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I don't know what Anghel will do. Honestly, I just don't know.
Well, satisfied? Says the bandit
No,
leader.
I think Anghel wants to talk to him, but can he try to force his way through? Talk to him. I mean, he wants to, like... I mean, he's kind of... Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, you can try, but all the bandits will try to stop you.
Shit. Okay.
Stick to like what your character would be doing. Again, I mentioned this before. I'm not going to like kill you for making whatever decision would be true to your character.
Yeah, I'm thinking though that he. Oh. I mean, I don't know. It would be a total waste if we just walk away. I don't know.
Are you ready to get going already? Says the bandit leader lady.
Yeah, I'm sick of this in my ears. I don't think Illona has like noticed anything about Anghel and the situation. She's just like munching on her squirrel, like, what the fuck is this?
The bandit leader lady would see you munching on squirrel and say, "Oh, drop that shit. I have some roast chicken in my tent if you'd like."
Oh, hell no, this is good.
Your loss.
I was gonna say, I suppose this isn't. If
I'm
Anghel-
thinking. Wait. I mean, go on. I'm trying to. I'm looking up my character sheet. Just a sec.
Okay.
Mhm.
I was thinking this is probably not the last time we'll see these prisoners. So, if Anghel wanted to talk with that guy, I suppose we could do it later when it's like safer or whatever, or like not safer, but you know what I mean.
Like, when are we going to meet them again? Like, I do wonder.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
Above board, the like capital of that they are heading towards is like a week away. Not like kind of a 5 days to a week away travel on foot.
Okay.
Oh, it's
So it
not
would-
very far, or
I mean,
Like-
it's pretty far, but it's not like Brightland far.
Right. So I suppose it would be a while before we see them again, if we're like traveling like there and back or whatever. So I don't know. It's up to Anghel if we want to do anything. I suppose.
okay. I'm going to ask if a stunt applies.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm still not sure if I really want to do this, but okay. Because it's big and silent, once per session, you can avoid conflict or gain important information by being dismissed as stupid or unimportant. Does that in some way apply to him being able to sneak through?
Yeah. Again, the bandit leader lady already dismisses you as stupid and unimportant, like those exact words. I would say because a stunt is again supposed to be like a very unique thing that's beneficial to your character. Yeah, I would allow you to basically sneak from the group and the bandits who will not take notice of you to see this person. Though I would like ask you to like give me a small justification for why Muninn wouldn't notice, because you were just talking with Muninn.
I guess maybe he's just kind of waiting, like they're kind of starting to head back, right? And then he just sort of stays behind, kind of.
Sure. That seems fine.
Okay. Even though I don't know why I'm doing this. Okay. Fine. So Anghel heads back. Heads toward the cages or something. I don't know where.
They're
They're
not held in cages. They're not held in cages. They are like. At first glance, you wouldn't even be able to tell they're prisoners. Like you can tell they're prisoners because there's guards all around them, and they look like, except for the singer person, they all look very depressed.
Wait, so the guards are like standing on top of them, basically?
Around them, not on top of them.
No, I mean like very, very close.
Because of your stunt, because I will like allow you to speak with this individual if you'd like. I'll say they're like standing like they're giving the prisoners like 5-meter birch, let's say.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I guess, yeah.
Okay. So you'd be able, because the guards will dismiss you as unimportant.
Yeah.
They will allow you to like go. Probably not like to free the guy outright, but at least to be in speaking distance to him.
Okay. So, he tries to like catch his attention.
Give me a flashy. This time I will require a roll because your stunt is the opposite of what you're trying to do. Flashy difficulty.
Oh, okay.
Flashy difficulty 2, please.
Okay. So
And
that
I
didn't
wish
work.
for a willow.
Oh my god, this guy's ridiculous. Okay. Oh, sorry.
a willow for my beloved Willa. And he like nudges one of the other prisoners. Hey, does that sound good? Eh? And the other prisoner like shakes his head and sighs.
Okay. Can Anghel throw a stone at him?
Yeah. Give me a careful roll. Basically what will happen is whatever your roll, you will like get his attention. But the careful is to see if you like get anyone else's attention.
Okay.
Difficulty 2, please. Yeah, you manage. He sees the stone drop and like looks to where it came from and sees you, and like the verse he was about to utter, like his mouth is open but he says nothing and just like stares at you slack-jawed.
Okay. Anghel's like, finally. Okay. No. Okay. Now what? He doesn't say anything. Okay.
He looks like he's trying to say something, but he's very much in shock at the moment.
Okay. Because I don't know. Anghel, I guess. Maybe like kind of turns up his hands kind of to as though to ask like, what the hell are you doing here or something. Like
He like
I don't know.
shrugs and like motions with his hands as if they were bound. They're not bound, but you get the idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anghel shakes his head. Like seriously. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I want to get out of this conversation, honestly.
He
It just felt like sorry.
he just like looks around, very, very confused and startled, and I'm going to roll to his sneaky because he's going to try to say something, and let's see if he will be heard. Give me a minute while I find his stats. Oh, he doesn't have a good sneaky. Let's see. He yells out so that the entire, well, not the entire camp, but everyone in his surroundings can hear, "Are you here to get me out?"
Okay.
I'm just like, he face palms, and then he's like, I don't. I guess he kind of shrugs.
The guards now look at him and say, "Hey, who are you talking to?" And they say, "Hey, you."
They say that to Anghel.
Yeah.
Oh, he's like, he's like shaking his head and kind of, doing the sign for crazy.
Are you trying to convey that the guy is crazy above board?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They like look at him and then look back at you and say, "Why don't you go and fuck off already? You're not allowed here."
I guess I just wanted him to know that I'm here. I guess I don't know. So
He will like stand up and he will say, "Wait! If you're here, where's Willa?"
Okay, that's what I wanted. Anghel turns around and kind of, puts his hand together like he did before.
You will see the like saddest and most like despairing look possible go on his face.
Oh, I feel bad for him, but Anghel doesn't. like whatever.
"Where is she? Please!" And he like takes a few steps forward, and one of the guards like gets in front of him and says, where the hell do you think you're going?" "And you," he like turns to you, Anghel, "get the hell away from here."
Okay, Anghel kind of goes, but he like keeps looking back, I guess.
I'm going to make some rolls because he will definitely try to break free to get to you.
Okay, go Joseph.
with a -1 versus the guard's 4, he tries to make a run for it and gets smacked in the face, and he falls to the ground.
Oh man. Okay. I feel bad for the other guy. So let's just. I mean, Anghel looks at him.
He gets
But he
smacked
refuses.
hard.
He refuses to feel sorry. I guess he maybe makes like an involuntary kind of like, kind of, a cringe kind of, and then he walks away.
Sure. He is like writhing in pain on the ground. He's definitely not a fighter.
Oh man.
He doesn't like notice you like dismissing him. Okay. Well, I think it's
like
good... Go ahead.
Oh, I don't know. What were you about to say?
To propose ending the session. So you go ahead.
I'm just thinking that maybe Anghel feels a little bit guilty about this, so I don't know. Like, I'm thinking maybe he might try to propose to Muninn to help him free the guy somehow. I don't know though.
Would you like to think about it for next week, or would you like to do something now?
We can think about it. I mean, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So, does everyone else agree that it's a good spot to end today's session?
Sure, that was like a lot of unforeseen events.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah. I told you that if you provide me character backstories, I'll find a way to bring them in.
Yeah, I knew it was going to happen, but I didn't expect it here. Oh my god. In this situation. And the singing is so cool. I just love it.
It's awful, above board.
Yeah, it's awful and I love it.
Sure. Well, what did you all think of this session?
It was great.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
I really
it was
like
good.
Miku.
Yes, totally. He was the star of the show.
Yeah. No, he was great.
I honestly, generally speaking, and not just with this campaign, but generally speaking, I have the most fun either like role-playing very innocent characters or very crazy characters.
You did a great job on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. So the bandit leader lady was not lying. She does have a bunch of prisoners. It's up to you guys what you do next. I genuinely don't know. Like, Show&Tell you don't know. I also don't have any expectations on what Anghel might do. I'm ready for anything. What can I say? Do or not do.
I'm starting to have an idea of what's going on, but yeah.
Sure.
I mean, what we'll try. We'll see what happens, though.
Sure. Sure thing. Illona and Muninn, what about your parts in this little story? Like, your thoughts.
You wanna go first?
I suppose so. It's interesting. Like, I don't know. I don't really have a lot of. I mean, it's I'm enjoying it all sort of like unfold, I suppose. But like, yeah, I don't know. Other than that, how about you, Illona?
Also, like, it's really cool. It's so unexpected.
Yeah.
Really like immersed with it.
Well, I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear it. Again, above board, Show&Tell has provided me with we've discussed it, but she's also like provided me with a lot of information about her character's backstory and people she might know. So you guys also feel free to do that, keeping in mind that you are like very far away from your homeland. So I don't think like your character's brother will show up or whatever, but never say never, I guess. Yeah, I'd very much like to integrate your characters in the story, not just as heroes and participants, but also on like a more personal level. And that's why, yeah, I knew from before that there would be bandits in this forest and they would have prisoners with like the missing brother. But when Show&Tell talked to me about Angel's backstory and the characters in his backstory, yeah, I thought, yeah, this guy would definitely fall prisoner to these bandits.
Man. Okay,
That's cool.
so cool.
Yeah, it's cool how like because it felt like really natural like when it sort of came up, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's cool that it sort of like naturally worked its way into the story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And well, if you were to ask him, I will have like an in-universe reason why he's specifically there. I didn't just like shove him just because Show&Tell knows him or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess we'll see next time if the like superstitious ramblings of Miku have something to them or not, I guess. And maybe we'll see if like you incite a rebellion in the bandit camp, or if you just move along and let him rot. Either way is fine.
You can do that. Okay, fine.
Well, again, it's I would encourage you to do what your character would do, like to be honest to your character.
Yeah.
And I will say that whatever you do, there are no wrong decisions. The story will continue to unfold with its respective consequences, but it will not be over, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, wow. I'm so excited for next session. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Any other thoughts before we go into our usual shoutouts?
I don't know. I don't think so. Not from me.
And no.
Neither.
Okay. Dear viewers, thank you once again for watching and listening to us. I wrote some dice in the background, and the dice have decided that like the order in which these players introduce themselves will also be the exact same order in which they will talk about themselves again. So I'm going to ask these players to babble about themselves and about how great they are. And the dice have decided that DelyGob should go ahead and talk about himself first. Could you please go ahead?
Yes, of course. So, of course, I've been Dely. I am a Goblin VTuber on Twitch, and I live stream a variety of games. So, anything like to do with just anything I enjoy. Recently, I've been playing a lot of like Five Nights at Freddy's games, which is good because I mean they're fun, but like I would have no passion to be playing them otherwise, just because I don't like horror games. But they've been really fun on stream. So if anyone wants to like join in, like please feel free to join me over on Twitch.
Oh, I know I haven't caught your Five Nights at Freddy's stream because I also don't like horror above board. But I know you have like little sound alerts in your stream. Did you have them like turned up for the horror thing, or?
Oh, do you know what? I might have to do that. That's a good idea. I might steal that from you.
I guess it would definitely get eyeballs on your stream. Okay. Thank you very much, Dely. And next, according to the dice that I rolled, would be Ashen. Could you please go ahead and talk about yourself and what you're doing?
Yes. I'm Ash. I don't really do much online. I have an Instagram where I draw stuff, but I haven't been as active recently because I don't really have anything to draw. So if anybody has some suggestions on anything they want to see, I'm all ears.
You're very generous. Thank you, Ashen. And yeah, she draws very good. Wow, that's a sentence. She drew the character portraits for Illona and Muninn, and you can find more of her work on her Instagram. She's great at it. Thank you very much. And next would be Show&Tell. Could you please go ahead and talk about yourself and what you're doing?
For sure. Hi, I'm Show&Tell, and you can find me on YouTube. I have a channel on which I react to anime and other things, but mostly anime right now. So, yeah.
Nice. She's well. I was about to say something that might sound like weird, not weird, but like rude to other reactors. But what I basically want to say is that she's a very intelligent person, and her takes are very, very intelligent and well thought out. And you should watch them for those. If you have any favorite shows that she's reacted to, definitely worth the experience, I think. So thank you. Thank you very much as well. Okay, and I was your dungeon master, game master Teeironor. I do this series, and I also do another series that's in the Warcraft universe, which is also a lot of fun. And when I have the time, which is not very often at all, I do videos on like video game lore and history, but again, I don't really have much time for that, unfortunately. So we'll see. Other than that, thank you all very much for watching and listening to us. We shall be back next week, probably, and we will see you then. Have a good one, everyone. Goodbye.